Ladies and gentlemen, adjust your headphones.
Come on in and shut the front door. You are welcome to the You Should Know Better podcast. The news from the antagonist shoes. Mike, how are you doing? I'll tell you how I'm doing, yeah?
Okay,
I'm out here in the land of Nigeria, okay? This is a
special. Lagos special, yeah?
This is a Lagos special. I don't think I've recorded the podcast anywhere but London, so yeah.
Welcome to the motherland, man. Welcome.
Yeah, it's nice, you know. Well, I'll tell you what, at the airport there was chaos.
There's chaos at every airport. Heathrow, all the queues. So there's every
not this one. Basically, we got to the non-Nigerian passports and then the Nigerian passports, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know, one uncle, I don't know if he was trying to facilitate all the Europeans or what, he was pushing us into the Nigerian passport line. So the Nigerians weren't really realizing until obviously some white brother was in the line. And
he could be from Lekki, you don't know. He could be from Lekki.
The guy was wearing an ACDC t-shirt. They said, no, he's not from here. So they were like, why are you letting this guy in the line? This is for us, your own country people. This is for us. They were just back. They were just fighting back and forth.
Oh, that is mad.
Because they were like, okay. They saw the white guy with the ACDC. They said,
this heavy metal rock. Nah,
they said, let me see his passport. And then we got to, so the driver picked us up, right? Yeah, so we jumped in a car, cool. We're driving now, and it's like big, like dual carriageway, right?
Yeah.
There's like people walking across. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're like walking across like a 3-lane road.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. Come.
And I don't know how fast the driver's going. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me have a look because he's speeding. So I have a look, right? The speedometer's not even moving. It's on 0.
No, you're capping. This is propaganda. It's propaganda.
Oh, my mother, the speedometer's on 0. So this guy's guessing. He's actually just looking, seeing how fast the next person next to him driving.
Yeah, that's
and then he's matching their speed.
That's how you should be driving, man. Sometimes you don't need all these numbers to distract you from the road, innit? So
you want to know if you're doing 70 or 90.
Look, sometimes the numbers are distracted, innit? He needs to know that he's on the road and he just paid attention. So
this one was pure vibes. He had no idea how fast he was going. I was just like, yeah, here we are. If they pull you over, what do you say? I don't know.
Fam, you have to prove it. That was literally prove it. Because I don't know how fast I was going. Prove it.
I don't even have a clue. Zaki told me how fast I was going.
Exactly.
Me, myself, I don't know. Oh, yeah. A day in the life of Lagos. But yeah, I'm looking to enjoy it a bit more today. Get out.
Yeah, man. That's the motherland. Yeah. As I said, bring me some pure water and some fan ice, innit? That's what I want from Lagos, innit? Like the motherland.
I got you, bro.
I need to return there myself. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Let's jump into the other undercover gems. Some of the weird and wonderful stories that you may not have seen in the news. So, Mike, I have got a story for you, okay? Young woman sues Spanish hospital over what?
Spanish hospital? What? Where's the woman from? I'm going to guess
she's also from Spain.
She's also from Spain?
She's from Spain, yeah. The story is based in Spain. Yeah.
All right. What the hell would she sue a hospital for? Because I don't know. You know what? Maybe the hospital food in it, because in the UK, hospital food is trash. But I have a feeling hospital food in Spain is better. So maybe the paella came and then it was just like, nah, it wasn't hitting like that. Maybe she grabbed a little seafood paella, but the lobster weren't kicking it, or the shrimp weren't tasty enough. They didn't season it well.
Lobster in what hospital do you think this is?
What?
Fernando Hospital, fam.
King Fernando.
Basic hospital.
So maybe the shrimp weren't hitting then, I don't know. That's one area of contention. Another area of contention, food, it could be something medical related, but what would you actually sue for? Maybe they gave her the wrong baby on discharge. Maybe she had a birth and then they gave her like on her EastEnders flex. That could be it. I don't know. Those are the two.
Or pick one. You gotta go
pick one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with the EastEnders flex. They on discharge, they gave her the wrong baby.
Do you know what? You're very, very close.
Jeez.
Very, very, very close. The only difference to the story here is that she was the one who was swapped.
Oh, as a child.
Yeah, so young woman sues Spanish hospital over baby swapping scandal.
Jeez.
So in a Spanish hospital, basically, they were switching the babies. A few of them were born roughly around the same time. Yeah, there was about 3 of them. Yeah. And they weren't sure which was which, so they were like, okay, give that one to this or give that one to this.
Pick a mix.
No one will know. We'll be fine. So basically, young woman is basically embroiled in this scandal because she's now 19 years old, right? And she wants to keep her identity private for obvious reasons. But she's suing the San Milan hospital, right, in the La Ruggiera region, I definitely butchered that up, for $6 million.
Whoa.
Basically, the plaintiff here took a DNA test in 2017 over like a family dispute. So I'm thinking it was like, why do I look Chinese and the rest of you don't look white? Yo,
like that.
You know what? Maybe you've got a point. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe we should go and work it out because they had a family dispute, and basically she had a DNA test and found out that they weren't her blood relatives.
Mazine.
And like I said, there was I think there was 3 other babies born around the same period, period. And what's worse is that the other children born at that time, they've now been told that, there's a chance that
that's
mistaken identity. Well, one of them is definitely a chance it's mistaken identity. Yeah, and so it's like you're 19, you now have to come to terms with the fact that your parents are not actually your parents. I don't know if you want to know that. I'm not sure if I want to know that.
Yeah, no, psychologically, it's going to do severe damage. Severe damage.
Unless those parents are up. Unless the official parents,
Yeah.
They got to imagine the road name is not even on Google. Unless they live you can't find a place.
But the thing is, everything she known in her head is going to be a lie. And I think that's what's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you come back from that?
Well, I mean, like, if your parents, they thought they were yours and you thought they were your parents. Yeah. So I guess that bond's not going to change, but
true.
It's just knowing it is like, whoa, this isn't my family. Where's my family?
6 million. Boy, 6 million. If it pulls through, I'm sure there'll be a lot more Spanish people doing DNA tests today because that's a cash day. I mean, I even do my own. I'll do my own.
You might have a point. Let me double check. I might have to get that 23.
Let me check myself.
I might be from Nigeria. I don't know, fam. I might be from here. I don't even know.
All right, so what I've got is obviously after Emma Raducanu's sensational US Open win this past weekend, clearly tennis fever is in the air. So I saw this tennis themed headline and it caught my attention. It said, Bury St. Edmunds man, 33, attempted to throw X or something field tennis balls into High Point prison. So what do you think the something is?
He tried to throw something in what?
Something filled tennis balls. So X filled tennis balls. So he put something tennis balls.
Over what, a jail?
Yeah, tried to throw it over the walls into the prison.
Are they still doing that? I thought they were using drones now.
No, this one's a bit old school, isn't it?
This is not sophisticated criminality. If he's not careful, they'll see him doing it, they'll come and bring him inside.
It's Bury St. Edmunds. This is Bury St. Edmunds.
You're going to be inside. You like to throw things in. Well, come and throw yourself in.
Come and throw yourself in. That's it.
He'll be hanging out.
That's it.
Well, I reckon it's obviously drug related. It could be like spice or something like that. I know they like to, I think, ingest or whatever. So I reckon it's going to be drug related. That's the strongest thing I can add to that.
No, okay. Think of it like
weapon-based.
Weapons. Like, if you were in prison, what would you want? If you were like an inmate, what would you want that you couldn't get legally? I guess that's the way to look at it. No?
Why? Maybe a phone. Could be phone. I've got phone, drugs, or ramen noodles. Because then, man, that's like currency in there.
Jeez.
that's like having peas in there. So it could.
Indomie trades, yeah.
Yeah, it could be on the. I'm gonna go with. I do think it's phone, but I'm not sure you get that in tennis ball. So I'm gonna go with drugs.
Drugs. Okay, that is spot on. Well, then what today, man? So the first sentence of the article just took me out. It said, "A man who attempted to throw tennis field balls filled with cannabis into prison, now facing a jail sentence himself." He's now facing it.
I knew they would have said, listen, you want to do that? You like to throw things. We'll throw you.
Listen.
Oh my God, what a fool. God.
James Byrne, 33, pleaded guilty to intent to supply cannabis, which is a Class B drug, after being caught with his Baba Kush balls back in December last year. So it got me thinking, obviously, last year, December, we just came out of a 4-week lockdown, and maybe he wanted to celebrate with his friends inside. So he thought, you know what, here's some Kush, boom, dashed it over the wall. Yeah. Now he's going to have to enjoy his own personal lockdown when they throw him inside. He's a muppet. What a muppet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy, he deserves to be in there, because at least go and get yourself a drone, fly it in there, no face, no case. Do you know what I mean?
Face, no case.
Why are you going to stand by the wall?
No, that's it.
I didn't go CCTV, brother.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on. That's it. I wonder
how many attempts it took him.
That's it. So he's in the bin now. And no, he'll be sentenced soon. He could be facing up to 12 months. So good luck in there, James. And we'll see if your friend returns the favour. So now, moving on to the main segment.
No friend, please don't.
Now, moving on to the main segment of the pod. This is the You Should Know Better segment. This is where we look at something that's prominent in the news and look at it from the antagonist shoes and ask ourselves, should they have known better? So I'm going to be very careful here, but I want to bring up, it was in the news recently that Prince Andrew has been served papers. So we know the allegation that's on Prince Andrew's head, and the lady that's making the allegations, allegedly her lawyers served Prince Andrew with papers last week. Apparently they handed it to the police officers outside his residence in Windsor. But this week, Prince Andrew's lawyer said himself that the papers weren't actually served, and now there's a dispute about whether the papers actually have been served. So I thought it's high time we heard from Prince Andrew's lawyer. So Junior is going to take the shoes of Prince Andrew's lawyer, Andrew Bretler, and I want to ask you, Mr. Bretler, were the papers served, yes or no?
Hello? This is clearly a Zoom call. I'm not very good with Zoom calls.
Okay, yeah, it is. Welcome.
Sounds like you're asking me about papers. But for my client, which client is this again?
Which client? Oh, you got plenty.
Which client? Yes, I've got plenty.
Mr. Bretler, you're always looking after people in deep trouble with deep allegations.
Yeah. Well, you know, someone's got to do the devil's work, and you know that person is me, Andrew Bretler. I don't know what papers you're referring to. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, you don't even know the papers.
Sounds like you're talking about my client, Andrew Prince. Anyway, the papers. Maybe you mean real life papers. I don't know.
Real life.
I've received the I newspaper.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The only papers I enjoy really are the green ones, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my peas, bro, you know. So.
Yeah, I hear that.
But yeah, I'm not really, you know, no one's sent me any papers. I'm not really sure what you're referring to here.
Okay, do you know the allegations that are facing your client? Have you heard of them?
Right, yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So I'm not sure what they've done, you know, because I don't have an email address, right? And I gave them my postcode for my office.
Okay,
Platform 9 and 3.
Oh, that's it, the only one.
So I'm still waiting for them to arrive. No one sent me to me. I haven't seen them. These lawsuits, you know, I studied law, but I prefer suits.
Yeah.
I've got an Armani suit.
That's it.
A Gucci suit.
Oh.
Gucci suit.
Gigi.
So do you like my suits?
Like, I like this Adidas French one you got on. So you're telling me that you don't receive no paper, and it sounds like you don't want to receive any papers.
Well, the only papers I received were just some immigration papers and just trying to, go somewhere else.
Okay.
only those papers. That's the only ones I've seen.
Wait, you looking to go to Panama?
I've got facsimile. I sent my facsimile over.
Oh,
800. Where's Wally?
Where's Wally? We're still in the 1980s.
Yeah, I don't have email. Hello, is this on? Is this Zoom call on?
Is this? Because that's how they're moving. That's Brett. This Bretler guy, he's like, I've not seen nothing. He said, I've not seen nothing. Don't at me. Don't call me here because you ain't giving me nothing.
This guy walking out his building with shades on, trying to handle the babies. I can't see nothing. I can't see anything. My God, criminal, absolute criminal.
I've never seen it. So the tactic, I suspect the tactic is that they're saying, look, if you ain't give me the papers, then you can't start. You can't start that 30-day clock, which apparently the 30-day clock is when you have to respond formally to the allegations that have been put forward to you. So if you don't receive it, then they're saying that it didn't happen. So
I don't know how long these tactics work. I was saying to you, Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. Yeah. So he basically, there's a company called Dominion who deal with like the voting systems in America, right? And he's basically been spilling out disinformation, lying on them. So they went, okay. Then he sent him $1 billion lawsuit. Billion with a B. You know when you know the person ain't got that money, but you're like, F it. We're going for you. This guy, he's been dodging them.
So this guy has time to appear in movies, Hollywood movies, but he said he got time to receive papers. He's a criminal.
They went to his office, just before he jumped into a cab. They dashed at him and said, "Here's your papers." He couldn't get out of that one.
So what is it? Do you know the rule? Like, do you physically have to accept it in your hand, or is it a case of if you've made attempts and they're airing it, can they still Because I heard someone you can leave it on the door, but do they physically have to hand it to you?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the intricacies of how you have to get it, but I do know they need to formally hand you the letter. So it could be at your office, so they weren't letting him. I don't think they were letting the people into the office to even hand the letter in. dude had to wait till he came out of the building, and he was running into the car. They just threw it at the car.
Oh,
and we're like, those are your papers, isn't it? You've been served. So apparently that's good enough. But it just sounds like a weird world when you're dodging.
Yeah,
I've dodged WhatsApp messages, but not this. This is something else.
In real life, jeez, and that's the thing, man. Like, if we can allow people to get away with this, then it's almost like, can you be dodging bills? Because the bailiffs come to your door if you're dodging bills, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I guess it's different when it's assets that they're coming to claim, especially when they know you live. But you can't dodge forever, but maybe you can.
I don't think you can, but we'll see what happens with the case.
Time will tell. All right. Well, what have you got? What piqued your interest this week?
Well, I've got something that's a bit more. Wow, it's wrapped up in how do I put this? It's a very interesting and funny story, but it's wrapped up in disinformation again, which is annoying. Which is definitely annoying. Yeah. But effectively, the story I have for you today is Nicki Minaj. She sent out a few tweets about COVID-19 and the vaccine and her cousin's friend. So I'm going to say just that because I don't want to push it anymore. I don't want to spread this information. In fact, we're going to change the name to something else. We're going to, I don't know, what do you want to call this thing?
It's protection. Just say protection. That's you.
The protection. Okay. The protection. So anyway, Nicki Minaj has claimed that her cousin's friend became impotent after protection. After getting the protection. Okay. But if you look at the NHS list, and I think most doctors will agree, impotence isn't one of the side effects from getting protection, right? So she's revealed, and I'll read out the tweet, right? So my cousin in Trinidad won't be getting protection because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. And now the girl's called off the wedding. So she's just saying, pray on it. If you want to get it, it makes you comfortable, feel free. but people shouldn't be bullied into getting that decision. Now, clearly people have been joking on her, laughing on her online, and it's just been a mockery for her in this instance. So, Mike, I'm going to put you in the hands, or let me say the shoes, of Nikki. You going to be Nikki? Or
No, I want to be the cousin, the cousin's friend whose wedding got called off.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, you could be Nikki's cousin, friend, and I want you to explain what's gone on here, because some people have said that these symptoms could be linked to STDs. So what's happened here? You were meant to get married.
I was looking forward to it.
Let's go.
So my name is Montrell, and I know Nicki Minaj's cousin. That's me.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I got the protection about 2 weeks before I went out to ATL. I went out to ATL on my bachelor party. So I went to ATL. And all I knew is that I got the protection to make sure I'm protected. And then I went to ATL, I went to Magic City. You heard of Magic City?
Okay, yeah. Familiar, yeah. Go on.
We're making magic in that city. So
I see.
Everything was clapping. You know.
Yeah,
hands, cheeks, everything was clapping. Everything was clapping. Then they can clap for a sugar daddy. They'll make it clap for me. Because I'm diabetic and I'm a daddy, so I'm a sugar daddy. So they'll make it clap. And then next you know, even though I got the protection, this protection thing, I now checked my testicles and now they're swollen. I was like, why did the protection give me this? Why?
Right. So in between going to ATL and then making your way back, is there anything that might have happened? Any activities? Anything?
Look, I made magic in the city, but that's not going to cause this.
Yeah,
Look,
but you know,
did
anything happen after? Did you end up in a hotel room with any?
No, we didn't need to go to no hotel room. Let me tell you that. We didn't need to get to no hotel. We didn't. Let me tell you that. It's a real bachelor party.
So you may have engaged in all of these activities within the confines of this place. Is there anything that may have?
We don't. Let me tell you something. We don't clap cheeks and tell. We don't clap cheeks and tell.
So I'm beginning to struggle to understand, because no other medical studies suggest here that you'll be likely to, have swollen testicles from getting the protection. Everything is pointing towards an STI, right? And it's adding up.
What? But that's the thing. You people be
you people?
People like you. We be making these claims without listening to the victims. I'm a victim here of the protection, and now you accusing a victim of not knowing medical. I'm the medical. I've got swollen testicles.
Just because you've got something, right?
Yeah.
And you may believe that something else caused it, doesn't mean you're correct, right? We looked at the symptoms and diagnosis. So it just sounds like, to me, Magic City, you enjoyed yourself way too much. Come back, yes, clapping it in front of your face, and you may have done something that you shouldn't have done.
I've sponsored a lot of people. Sounds
like you paid a lot of school fees. But it looks like now you've used that excuse to get out of telling the truth. Is this? What do you think?
No, all I know is that I took the protection 2 weeks ago. Now they swole. Explain why they swole.
Right. Well, your story sounded very flaky, because it sounds like you're the only person who's got this, and it looks like your story is lining up.
I'm happy that Nicki went and told the world, because the world needs to understand that there's risk associated with the protection.
Sounds like a lot of this information from you. I can't lie. I'm gonna have to reject this story. I'm sorry, because you're trying to fingazi your way out of this.
Oh my goodness! Maury.
Whatever your name is, I'm sorry, I'm not buying this. It looks like you were playing away. And you got playing. That is mad, though. Imagine, because he's probably told his boy, this happened. His boy's now gone and told one of the most famous people on the planet,
in the world,
who is now going to use it for her agenda to share the story, and he's in the bin.
Yeah, he's finished.
Because I don't know if Well, it sounds like the wife didn't believe him.
Of course,
But let's say she
she
did.
heard this BS and said, "Get out, get out."
Apparently, she's a doctor too. No, joking. But imagine if she did. Let's say, for example, she did, right? And then now this came out. You'd be second guessing if you hadn't already. Obviously, the wedding was off, but she may have been, second guess. That's just mental.
Look, and the fact that it was tweeted with impunity, and it's like raw, like really, this is the levels of disinformation is scary. It's like, could you not fact check that with someone before tweeting it? Anyway, I don't know. It's up to everyone uses their social media as they choose in it, and some people go the whole "you're a role model" and stuff. Look, if you listen to the content of the lyrics, you'll realize this one's not no more role model. So don't. I hate when people be like, she should be wrong. No, she's who she is. Listen to the lyrics. But like, you put yourself out there, you leave yourself liable to get cooked. And if you're gonna make claims like this with no basis, this is something for Maury. It's not something for Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's some Maury story. Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer. Them sort of vibes in it. Come on, bro. That's the headline you expect. Man uses the protection and gets swollen testicles, and then you see the partner there like, "Whoa."
It's he did. He clearly didn't do his research. He just went, I need to get out of this somehow.
Trust me, I need an excuse.
It's bit him in the proverbial bum because, I don't think she was buying the story anyway. But now it's for shame. It's for shame.
Yeah, let's move on to the last segment of the pod. This is the throwback segment. This is where we look at something that's happened in this week, the week beginning the 30th of September and yesteryear. And we just ask ourselves, maybe, should they have known better? So, Junior, what have you got for us this week?
I've got this week, 17th of September. Listen to this. The Brixton Pound local currency was launched. Have you ever heard of that?
The Brixton Pound.
The Brixton Pound.
Can you do that? Can you have a local currency?
They have. So I was reading this story. I was really intrigued. So basically, the Brixton Pound was trialled first in Brixton Town, obviously, on the 19th of June 2008. Right. Then it was launched Then it was launched September the 17th, 2009. They officially launched it, and basically, it's a local currency that's available as an alternative to the British pound if you're in Brixton. Okay.
Wow.
So obviously, you can't just use it like that. But there's around 80 local businesses that accept the currency.
Real? That's dope.
Yeah, I had no idea. So go online, there's pictures of it. You can see what it looks like. But they put like famous or local famous people on the so they got where's Moscow 17 from? Are they from Brixton?
That's it. You'll get someone in trouble. I've been there, Kenneton and them sides. I don't even know.
Yeah. They got the Kenneton man. They got the coin face on all of them.
Coin face on the coin.
They got all of them on the coins.
What, loose?
So they used it to basically boost the local economy in Brixton, and it builds like mutual support for people using it and stuff like that.
Oh, that's dope, man. I like that. I like positive things like that. I had no idea.
I've never heard of it. If anyone's got one or anything, then
we'll
let us know on the show. Yeah, but they've got the minions of £1, £5, £10, and 20. And it's still in circulation apparently. So that is
so funny. Like, imagine if you come. Obviously, I'm sure people know what the British pound looks like. But imagine if you come over from abroad and you stay in like Brixton, Clapham, and you get some money exchange, and then they give you the Brixton pound or whatever, and then you try to go to Hyde Park with that. They'll just be looking at you. You're finished. You can't use it. But that's dope, man. I support that.
But you can't. To be honest, you can't because that's only in Brixton. I feel more so for people who have like the Scottish banknotes, because Scotland, any bank's allowed to create a Scottish banknotes, so they create different varieties. So when they come down south and try and use a banknote here, people laugh at them.
I was like, what's
I ain't
this?
accepting that.
Yeah, what's
that's
this?
not legal tender. So
that's it. Discrimination against the Scottish money. I was gonna do a money one this week, but I've got a more very interesting. I had no idea. No one taught me this in history. So this is what they were with. This is the 14th of September, 1981. So that was the day that Marcus Sargent, who was then aged, I think, 17, when he shot blanks at the Queen. Did you hear about
this?
Is it? Yeah, so she was riding through central London somewhere on a horse, and then he pulls up with these blanks and aim shots at her. Obviously, fortunately, obviously she didn't come to any harm. The horse didn't come to any harm, and then he was convicted for 5 years under the Treason Act.
5 years? I thought he would have got more than that.
I think he served 3, so charged with I think given 5, served 3, let out at 20, and then he's changed his name, started a new life now and whatnot. So I could have met Marcus, not known. I could have met
maybe,
and not, you don't know. He's in and amongst us with a different name.
This guy tried to do real life Guy Fawkes.
Look. He was motivated by the attempts on Ronald Reagan and the Pope in the early 80s.
Yes. I remember in the 80s, one guy, he did shoot Reagan. He actually shot him.
Oh, he shot him? Mad.
He didn't kill him in the end. And then they tried to get the Pope. That's why he walks around.
The Pope will be on it.
He's in that box.
It's serious though, man.
You know when you're in like Asda.
Yeah.
Like certain items, they put it in that box.
Yeah, security thing.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
So the Pope Mobile, you had to. You're not taking. If someone tried to dead you before, you're not taking no chances.
Yeah,
you'll ride around in a silly thing just to. And that's the thing with fame and celebrity. There'll be mad people out there that are just trying to take you out for no reason. Trying to take Elizabeth.
Treason Act, wow.
Treason? Are you mad? Royalty. You don't know. You don't look. You don't try it.
I'm genuinely surprised he only got 5 years.
I literally thought they'll give him 500 years.
You're doing real life sentence.
You're doing real life.
You still be,
trust me, you'll still be in handcuffs. You'll be born with handcuffs.
Yeah, boy.
I thought it would be, but no, it wasn't that. So yeah, Marcus, wherever you are out here, hope you're living a better life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm doing silly stuff.
And that has been another episode of You Should Know Better. You guys enjoy your week. Junior, enjoy Nige, man. Enjoy Nigeria.
I will. After this, I'm going to the pool. I'm gonna get some fan ice.
Jeez.
4-star beer, whatever that.
4-star beer. Get the Fanta out there that's got unlimited sugar. Enjoy, cuz.
I'm looking at that bag for sugar. Said all of it.
All of it. Everything. 100% sugar. Jeez.
Sugar value. How much sugar? All of it. I said, wow.
Authentic. So get that down, you. Enjoy Nige, man. And safe flight back, innit?
Yeah, appreciate that. Enjoy London.
All right, in a bit, man.
Take care.